essentially, as you put it, and I think I would agree with this on a lot of levels. If you're, I'll say, chummy to a level with management, I would say
Mhm.
the end of the honeymoon phase is when like whatever person in management or leadership that you're chummy with starts talking to you about other people,
Oh my
and
god.
and that is just human nature. We're getting saucy tonight, people. Like, so this has been a late recording. It's been a long day for the both of us. We're going out with the blood orange here, Serge.
Oh,
Hey,
hell yeah.
we're just
Hell yeah.
we're just gonna see where it goes. Fuck it.
On
But
like 25 milligrams. Good. Good. Let's do this. Um, no. Oh, quick point about the personality type, though. I do think that a lot of businesses in the US that tend to like boom, take off and thrive, they do tend to have like relatively harsh leadership, not in like brutality way, but just very okay with always undercutting, always trying to push you back, always telling you that we're not a profitable company, but man, we made more money than ever this year. But man, we are so close to going under that. So I can't give you a
yeah,
raise.
look at my Bentley and
Yeah.
look at your '98 Civic. How
Yeah.
dare you?
Even though we have infinite time off, how dare you use that? Even though you have these benefit, how dare you? Like, there's this really interesting kind of negging thing that goes on in those cultures. Those ones sucks. Or there's the other end of the spectrum. I worked for a guy who's bipolar. Holy shit. That was terrifying.
I've
Like,
worked with a manic before. He was the I'll
hmm,
say I don't know. I'll say man. He wasn't manic depressive. He was like manic neurosis. Like he just, oh, dude, straight A type. Like
hmm,
I literally couldn't be around him. And I'm not a
dang.
super A type person. I'm pretty malleable. Like I want to give everyone an opportunity to speak. This dude needed every idea to be his. He needed every improvement that the company made to be his.
Yeah.
Not my fucking kind of guy, man. How would you go about in the honeymoon phase then? And I think
Mhm,
this
mhm.
is one of the bigger ones because this is a little trickier to spot, especially in management. And if you're in an area of low touch management,
Yeah.
maybe you're lower rung or whatever the case. How to spot toxic management and like how do you think doing that would be done best? That's a really clunky question, but I think you get
Yeah. No,
it.
no, no. I get what you mean. Like, how do you know you're safe with them? I think, at least in the companies that I was at, and this extended hotels too, you kind of waited for them to open up a little bit first. There's like a little dance. You'd open up a little bit. You get to know them, and basically over like a long period of time, kind of figure out if they are actually trustworthy until you build that kind of rapport. But yeah, I do remember distinctly getting to a point where they would start to talk, like trash talk other employees, and you were like, "Oh shit, I'm in." Yeah.
Oh, it's a great feeling when they start to trash talk the other managers in front of you.
Oh
With
hell
you,
yeah.
even not even in front of you, but like actually doing it with you. And like I said earlier, I detracted from because I we tend to detract from our points a little bit, but we always find a way back.
Jesus.
Uh, uh, like I was saying earlier with the person, like that's just what people do. Like people will talk about people. I try not to do it to the best of my ability. Like if somebody starts talking to me about someone, I will get caught up in it because we're interested in other people. It's just what it
Yeah.
is. And accepting that part about us is like kind of a beautiful thing in a way,
Mhm.
but it
It's
can also
good.
get, yeah, and it can also get you in a little bit of trouble though, because
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
the
in
hard
a
part.
managerial position and you are being a little chummy with
Mhm.
your cohorts and your subordinates, if you want to call them that, that can land you in a little bit of gray zone sort of crossfire there.
Mhm.
And I've experienced this myself with, I've mentioned, like my foreman when I was doing construction would let me sit in interviews.
Mhm.
So, and it was because
Mhm.
we were just buds. Like the dude was 20 years older than me, but he might as well have been my 5 year older brother.
Yeah.
We listened
Yep.
to the same bands. He skateboarded, I rode BMX. We, drove around in the same type of beat 'em up trucks. Like we were
Yeah.
just, for all intents and purposes, the same dude. We grew up in an area where we didn't fit in, and then we started a job that we didn't want to do, and we started
Yeah.
to fit ourselves into this fucking mold. He became an alcoholic. When I met
Oh,
him,
no.
he was actually a year sober and counting down the day, or he was going on a year sober, counting down the days till he could drink again because he wanted to prove to himself that he could stop drinking. So one day he woke up and he said, 365 days from today, I will have another beer.
Damn.
And he did it.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
he's like, I'm not an alcoholic. I quit today. Like, all right.
that's, so, like, some of the good bosses I've had would do the trash talking with you, right, and be behind closed doors. The best boss I had was the one who would straight up I remember presenting him a project, and he, like, stared at it, and I was like, "Look, I know what you're thinking. The CEO wanted to do this. I lodged a formal complaint. They're claiming that this is how this works, and we both know it's not." Um, so case in point was we wanted to push a digital marketing campaign and reach tens of thousands at the minimum, upwards of millions. And CEO decided, no, 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 no. Forget that. That's going to cost too much money. But what we can do is we can get our sticker on the side of this very fast vehicle. It's going to try and break the sound barrier in the desert.
Hell yeah. In Utah? Salt
Yep.
flats? Nice.
Yep. And that's what they went for. When I explained that to my director, who's just this great guy with data, like boy, fucking howdy, and he'd admit when he was wrong. He stares at me and he goes, "This is bullshit." I was like, "I know. I had no choice. They decided, and basically, you know how that works. The king has spoken." My boss goes, "No, this is bullshit, and I'm going to prove it." He went out and did a fucking calculation on the amount of people that were actually going to watch this, like this experimental race, and it wasn't like a bigly publicized one either. It was a very small pool. He used that to extrapolate a model to say, "This is how many people you'd reach out to. This is how many people you'd reach out to over time. And here's to account for the decay. You would have maybe like this little burst of bubble of interest. If we do this digital marketing campaign, you will have a sustained level of interest for this."
But he went with the car.
Yep. But boy, howdy, every single person there was just like, no, straight up, he is correct. And the CEO just, wow, that was really impressive. But, I'm going to go with my gut on this one. It's like, "Oh,
I'm gonna go with my gut on this one.
it failed."
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, no. But
Unfortunately,
the point
it's
is the best boss was direct and stuck to their guns. I always knew exactly where I stood with him. He was honest. That's the important part.